Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been quite a while. I hope all the ladies and gentlefolk are doing well. What better way to get back to a return stream after a little bit of a break than with probably what's going to be one of the biggest Nintendo Directs, and I'm feeling it, guys. I'm feeling this is going to be one of the biggest Nintendo Directs in quite a little bit. I think we're going to get a lot of news about what's coming up in the next couple of months. Hey, you guys. And I think we're going to be, at least I'm hoping we're going to be happy. I'm hoping we're going to be happy. Now, basically, I mean, crazy. There's so much stuff that I think we're gonna see today. And by the way, I'm gonna try to stream this as long as possible, but I am working at noon Eastern time. So, although we're gonna keep watching the Treehouse after the Direct, I won't have time to finish the Treehouse because the Treehouse is supposed to be like 90 minutes, setting it that it's gonna end at 12:30. But at the same time, I do think that the Treehouse might like start, you know what I mean, dredging on a bit after a while. So, but we are definitely going to watch the whole Direct. We're going to start watching the Treehouse. We're going to talk about the Direct. If the Treehouse is really boring, we might just mute it, leave it on in the background, and then like unmute it for fun stuff. But yes, sir. That is the plan for today. And don't worry, everything is set up, guys. It's running here in the background. The beautiful music you're hearing is the beautiful Nintendo background music of their stream. Dude, man, I think this has to be one of the most anticipated Directs since like the Tears of the Kingdom Direct. Insane. So let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Isn't it at 9? No, it's at 10, my man. Let's go early predictions. We're gonna get into those. I'm just gonna look at your guys' stuff first. Hi Annie, hey Tagade, Thomas, welcome my man. Grovel is here, unfortunately late to his own stream. I was actually 5 minutes early, dude. I was actually 5 minutes early. So stuff it, man. Witcher 3 Switch 2 edition. I think that would be a super easy slam dunk win. Honestly, I think that is a super easy slam dunk win. I think that it would get people hyped for Witcher 4. Hopefully, Witcher 4 will have a Switch 2 edition. Not sure about that one. Feeling it, not feeling it. You know what I would love to see? I would love to see a freaking the retro God of War collection come to the Switch. I know it's stupid, but I would love just to see a pure port of the retro God of War collection. If you want a total, like, want out of left field that probably no one's thinking of, I would love to see the retro God of War collection ported to the Switch, because I would love to replace God of War 1, 2, and 3 over before we get the remakes or remasters or whatever they're calling them. I think it's full remakes they're going for. Maybe we get Silk Song. Dude, we actually already got it. You don't know it's not a myth? No, I think right now the myth is the freaking, I'm going to say Elden Ring sequel, but it's not the Elden Ring sequel. Elden Ring would be really nice to get dated for today. But like these are side things because these aren't the biggest predictions. But I would really like to see Elden Ring get dated and Duskbloods, the retro God of War over Sony's Dead Body. I'm not so sure. Well, it's true. Sony's flipped back to that, like, we have to keep our properties on our system type stuff. Yeah, I do think that basically, yes. So, biggest predictions, obviously, let's get it out of the way right away. The Ocarina of Time remake. Sort of excited for that one because honestly, and I know this is gonna tilt some people, I tried replaying Ocarina of Time. It's fun, but it does need a little bit of refreshing. You know what I mean? Like when you've played Breath of the Wild, when you've played the modern 3D Zeldas, Ocarina of Time is okay. It's sort of like when we played Wind Waker. Honestly, I didn't think the game would feel that clunky, but it does. And I'm sorry to say it, it does. And since I had never played through the whole thing in the time, I didn't have quite as much nostalgia. Like, I have more nostalgia for the 2D Zeldas. But I do think that a remake of Ocarina of Time, well, I played Ocarina of Time, I finished Ocarina of Time, but it wasn't the games that defined my youth, if you will. And to me personally, when Zelda made the 3D jump at first, I was very hesitant, and I was like, I'd like them to go back to 2D, blah, 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 blah. One way or another, I'm excited for the remake because I think they can make it a more modern experience that basically is going to take just the clunkiness out of it. But I don't want them to lose like the main of the story, the main of like the temples and whatnot, except for the freaking water temple. The water temple can die and burn in hell, okay? And they can make that one make sense, because I remember that every time I finished the water temple with the rising water levels, I basically did it randomly. I would keep messing with the water levels till at one point I made it. If we would get an OOT announcement, I will give Rick a kiss. Yeah, let's hope we don't get that. No, it's finally like let's okay, it's overrated, not as good as people remember. I think it was very good for the time. I think it was very revolutionary for the time. Like Mario 64 is very revolutionary, and actually, I would say Mario 64 has aged better than Ocarina of Time, personally. But at the same time, if you play Mario 64 and then you play like Mario Odyssey, you do realize that there's been quite a bit of... Oh, fuck. Ads are on. Give me a sec. Ads are going to be off. Ads are going to be off, guys. My bad. I'm so sorry. Anyone here? Give me a sec. Yeah, sorry, it's the la la la. I set this up yesterday at 3 a.m. Okay, so give me a bit of grace here. Yes. New manual save. Okay, no ads, guys. No ads. It is corrected. Okay, it is corrected. My bad. Very, very sorry. Normally I never put ads when we do a streaming, obviously, of a live event, simply because I don't want you guys to miss an announcement because there's a stupid freaking ad playing. You know, unfortunately, ads are a reality of today's world, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, there we go. Everything's good. The original for the first time and saves the system is terrible. So much traveling back to the start. Maybe I don't even know. Are you talking about Majora's Mask? And the saves. Oh, the save system. The save system. Got it. Yeah. Yeah. Not the best. Like, the auto saves is definitely a big improvement. But yes. So I do think that. I honestly, I think they're going to point to a 3D Mario game. But I personally don't think it's releasing this year. I think if they tease a 3D Mario game, they're going to tease it for next year. But at the same time, I can see them wanting to focus on games for this year. So if that is the case, like if we don't see a 3D Mario game, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, it's starting. What the heck? Is it 10? Oh no, they're doing like a little commercial type thing. Hold on. I'm gonna mute it, okay, guys? And I'll unmute it if they're saying anything important. Because this is like just like ads. I'm gonna let you guys see it though. But it's ads for the Switch 2 editions of games. Donkey Kong 64 coming. We know this. Okay. So like I said, I'll unmute it. I'm listening. I hear it. I'll unmute it if it's something interesting. A new Animal Crossing. The only reason I think we're not going to get another Animal Crossing is I think we're going to get a DLC announcement for Procopia. And that plus the Me World thing there, the other game that came out like a couple of weeks after, I think would be a lot of cozy sims for first party Nintendo in 1 year. Like that's the only reason I would feel that it would. I don't think we're going to be getting that right now. I think Animal Crossing, if we get it, is going to be a 2027, a 2028 release. Once they're sort of done or halfway through the DLC for Procopia. And I'm almost convinced that there's DLC for Procopia, by the way. Like I'm so convinced that because number one, the game was extremely successful for an offshoot of Pokemon, and Pokemon leans heavily into DLC for like all their games. Actually, I'm gonna make myself like this, like this. Okay. Other than that, honestly, I think for the first time we're gonna get maybe less Switch 2 editions of games. I don't think I think we might get one or two, like The Witcher and some of the bigger third-party titles. But first-party Nintendo, I think we're not gonna hear that much about Switch 2 editions of games. Because I'm thinking, and I'm like, which major games could they really focus on? And I think that as long as they keep releasing Switch 2 editions of games, I know this is stupid, but I think it's going to actually keep people from buying actual Switch 2 titles. Because if people can be like, I'm going to pay $10 and I'm going to replay a game for the Switch 2 that I already have, I know it's stupid, but I think it's actually hurting sales of newer games. Third-party releases, I'm really hoping that we also get maybe Monster Hunter Wilds edition for the Switch 2. I'm really hoping on that, because I would really love to get back into Monster Hunter Wilds, but because it was on the PS5, other than the couple of times I played to get ready for the online session that I did with a couple of viewers, with Champ and Bear, I think. Yeah, it was Champ and Bear. And I know there was someone else, and I'm so sorry that I'm forgetting. If you guys remember, let me know. Champ, Bear, and someone else. And honestly, we did that online session. Super fun. But then if it's not on the Switch, I'm not playing it. I know it's stupid. My PlayStation 5 is right there. It's like at my feet here, like ready to go on my gaming setup. But I just don't have time, man. I just don't have time. If it's not on the Switch, I don't have time to switch the cables around, because I'm just going to start up a Switch game that I need to play for reviews or for eShop deals or for something like that. Oh, man, it was Grovel? Damn it, man. That's why I forgot, man. It was so traumatic of it was such a traumatic experience that I was like, God damn it, man. I can't believe I had to play with Grovel. You want a retro gun shooter like Duck Hunt? That's just a problem of how inefficient the controller is at gun games. You know, we saw that with House of the Dead, that even if we try to make a good gun game, it's very difficult with motion control to have it precise, especially with you know, it's because it's a setup, like, motion control actually could be a lot better if everyone was playing on the same size screen from the same distance from the screen and blah, blah, blah. You understand? But because everyone's setup is so vastly different on different size screens at different distances from the screen, that's why a motion system for something as precise as a shooter doesn't really work. Do you understand? Like, because it's hard to calibrate it for so many possible different setups that people will have from one household, from one place to another. Motion control could work well if everyone was like, okay, set yourself up within 10 feet of the screen. Make sure your screen is like 45 inches. You know what I mean? And so forth. You're right that the mouse mode could be a game changer, but then it's not really a screen shooter. Do you understand what I mean? Like, it is It is and it isn't, but you're right. They could do that. It just wouldn't feel like a screen shooter. Do you understand what I mean? Like, because I think a lot of the fun of those arcade shooters is the fact that you're pointing at the screen and you're reacting. It'll feel more like an FPS game than a screen shooter at that point. But if you want to do it, I think it would be probably the most efficient way. Or you have both options. You have the motion control, which will be like less precise and more for the lulls. And then for people who want to be like super hardcore about it and like with higher difficulty modes, you have the mouse control. You could do like a double system where you have both available. I think that could be a really interesting one. But yeah, it's I was wondering out there in the chat, man, does everyone have a Switch 2 now, or are a lot of you still like rocking your Switch 1? Like, how many of you have a Switch 2 versus a Switch 1 right now? Because like you look at the numbers and like, although it's an incredible launch for a system, they only sold like 19,000. Well, I'm saying only sold. It's excellent for where we're at, but what I mean is when you compare it to the Switch that has like 150,000, there's only about 19,000 people that have a Switch 2. You got a Switch 2 for Procopia. Still rocking Switch 1. Awesome. I think a lot of people are still rocking Switch 1. Now it sucks because they're getting more expensive, so I do feel it's gonna like be a bigger of a hamper. I do feel like because of the price change, it's going to become a holiday system. Like I feel that it's going to be like there's going to be steady growth, but there's going to be no explosive growth unless something insane comes out over the summer. Like if Ocarina of Time remake is like July 15th, let's just throw a date out there. I think it's going to be freaking insane. Sales of the Switch are going to explode. Switch 2 are going to explode. I do think as well, however, that the biggest time is going to be the next holiday season. And I do think that now the PlayStation 5 will stop dropping off sales-wise. Because there's starting to be a lot of rumblings of the PlayStation 6. They're still going up in price, so it's not really getting cheaper. Yeah, I know, 2 minutes. Don't worry, my man. It's already on the screen. So it'll switch. As soon as I see it switch, man, audio's coming on, and we're ready to rock. But yeah, man. Oh, it's weird, man. After 2 weeks of not streaming, it's funny, man, to start this with a Nintendo Direct, and it's going to be a crazy ass stream. And I'm probably the most disconnected from what's actually releasing ever over the last 7 years. Like, I said it a bit in my last deals video. Last 2 weeks, I've spent a lot of time with my family. My brother came over like the weekend before and last weekend. We went to see Masters of the Universe together. And yeah, so we lost someone close, like I said, and it's just like, don't worry, things are coming back. Like this week, I'm getting back to normal, but I think I just needed a little bit of time to digest. You know what I mean? To really like push the reset button on my mental status to be like, okay, I'm gonna put energy back into like the channel. Super Metroid and Wario Land. Super Metroid, I don't think, because I think that Metroid, they did a lot of releases and they're really disappointed with Metroid 4. And I know you have to preview that a whole lot of time ahead. Oh, Fire Emblem will definitely be there. But I do think that Metroid, there's going to be a little cooldown period now. We're obviously going to also re-see Star Fox. They're going to re-mention Star Fox. I'm going to unmute it now because I feel that it's coming. Yeah, okay. They're obviously going to re-mention Star Fox. There's going to be a segment. I do think that the Treehouse is going to try to be selling Star Fox and whatever major game is coming out over the next couple of months. Super Metroid is leaked officially, like by a official really top source. So that's a remake of Super Metroid. Okay, I'm good. If they're going the budget route, it has to be $50 or under, man. Here we go, boys. Let's get this going. If it's not loud enough, too loud, let me know. Nate to hate? Okay, well then I guess we have to listen. Boom, boom. Let's go, boys. This intro sequence is killing me. "50 minutes of bangers, baby."
Hello, everyone. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. First, here's a game that's coming to the Nintendo Switch system.
Okay, so they're starting off with a Switch 1 game. Let's go, boys.
Hello. Beep. My name is Lowell Miss Reeds, and I'm known for my reading aloud skills and more. Beep.
What the heck is this?
I'm here today to help show you the rhythm.
Oh, yes, it's the Rhythm Groove game. We saw this in leaks too somewhere. This makes me think of Parappa the Rapper, man. Like, this is a gimmick game. Let's be honest. It's a rhythm gimmick game. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be probably fun. And it's a follow-up to the other Rhythm Heaven, and which was, it's like a fun party game-ish.
Playing this game is pretty simple. Just get into the groove and press the correct button. That's all there is to it.
Okay.
But it's not always the same.
Would I have
rhythm.
started with this game? Not necessarily.
Listen
Like,
carefully to the beat.
I would have thought they would have started with a freaking haymaker punch, man, baby. Like, it's fun, it's cool, but no. This is not the way to start the biggest direct of the last couple of years, baby.
Now. Over 80 all-new rhythm games are included. And as you play through the game, you can unlock different modes. For example,
honestly, me, I might pick it up like for like party games with the kids, but we ain't playing this on the channel because I suck at rhythm games.
Go forth, magician.
I can't lose.
Oh, there's an RPG mode.
Magical power of rhythm to beat monsters. Cast a fire spell.
Coffee, baby.
B-A. And a healing spell with B down A. B down A. Like that.
Do you have to learn these spells by heart?
What spells will strike a chord against the foes you face? Groove on and tip the scales to victory.
Like, this is trying to make a little bit of single player appeal. You know what I mean?
Plus, there are even more rhythm.
They're trying to make like appeal to single player by adding in a RPG mode so that you know you can play the game alone.
Dan, Emily, Leo, Sarah. We're under attack. Beep.
Up to 4 players can enjoy dedicated rhythm games. Note the timing and block the arrows.
Grab the snack at exactly 3 o'clock. Beep.
Or aim for 3 o'clock on the dot.
That's a little dumb.
Emily got
Oh
the
my
snack.
god, man.
There are over 30 cooperative.
It's gonna be fun.
competitive
It's an
games
awesome
to play.
party game. Come on. It's gonna be fun.
Get into
It's
the
just like I
groove,
said,
solo.
I wouldn't have started the direct with this. But
Rhythm Heaven Groove hits the Nintendo
what
Switch
do I
system
know?
July 2nd.
You know?
Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
Also playable on Nintendo
That
Switch
was
2,
Rhythm
guys.
Heaven Groove
Just
for
in case you were
Nintendo
wondering.
Switch. You'll also be able to play it on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Please
No
wait
worries,
just a
guys.
little
We can
longer
play
for
this on our Nintendo Switch 2. It can handle
Here,
it.
We'll introduce games coming to Nintendo Switch 2, including some games that will also be available on Nintendo Switch.
Okay, so we do have a couple of cross gens.
Let's begin with
Nice.
some headlines.
Master the way
Okay,
of the sword.
we know this. This is the Onimusha game.
Let's see your best today.
Although I'm
Onimusha,
pretty excited
Way of
about
the
this one,
Sword,
to
a
be
new
honest,
entry
it
in
looks
the sword
freaking
play
awesome.
action series is slashing onto
And
Nintendo
Capcom
Switch
is
2.
on a killer
Nintendo era
roll
Kyoto
right
has
now,
been
man.
overrun by monsters
Like, every
known
game they're
as
putting
Hentai.
out is freaking
Now, Miyamoto Musashi must prove himself beyond
Pragmata,
measure.
man. I cried my eyes out in that game at the end.
Parry.
At the end. Only at the end.
Deflect.
And that's only
the
because I have a
powerful
daughter myself.
counterattack, Isen.
If I wouldn't have a daughter, I'll be honest, I
Master
probably
these
wouldn't have
techniques
cried.
to strike down the enemies in your path. Oni armaments are also at your disposal to turn the tides of battle.
Bro, you know what? This
You
is
can even
looking
use
almost
Joy-Con
more
2
like a
motion
Devil May
controls
Cry
to
game.
intuitively slay Genma.
No,
As fates intertwine, will you
a little
cut
more
down
blocky
those
though,
that
because
stand
Devil
in
May
your
Cry is
way?
very free in the movement.
Onimusha, Way of the Sword, launches on Nintendo Switch 2, September 25th. Pre-orders begin later today.
Well, I know
on
he
Nintendo
survives at the
eShop.
100%. You ruined that for me, champ.
Your unwritten
Oh!
epic begins. Dragon's Dogma 2, Dark Arisen is heading
Nice.
to Nintendo Switch 2.
But I heard it was disappointing.
You are the Arisen, a hero.
I heard,
burdened with the
unfortunately,
fate
it was
of slaying the
disappointing.
dragon who was taken
But Dragon's
apart.
Dogma 1 is one of the like
In
most
this expanded
underrated
version
games
of
on the
Dragon's
Switch 1.
Dogma 2, explore the new land of Norgan, seek out spoils, then appraise them to reveal new weapons, armor, or skills.
DMC5,
With these arms at the
yes.
ready, take down
I
powerful
want
monsters
4
in
though.
this
Like, where's
single-player
4?
action
Like,
RPG adventure.
if you're gonna
From a
do that,
fighter
please give me 4
specializing
as
in
well.
close-range combat to a mage
Because or else, like, there's a
skilled in
character in 5 that you have no idea
Choose
who the fudge he
location that
is.
fits your playstyle.
Do you understand?
Plus, you can
Like,
lead up
imagine
to
someone
3
who only
pawns,
plays the Switch.
Custom companions who act on their own. When taking on massive monsters,
Man, this game
you can
looks
climb them
awesome.
to strike their weak points. Fighting alongside your pawns is key to victory. In a world between dark and light, embark on an adventure and tell a tale all your own.
But like I said, I heard it was disappointing for some reason. I have to re-go watch the
Dragon's
reviews or
Dogma
whatnot
2,
on other
Dark
systems.
Arisen launches on Nintendo Switch 2,
October 9th.
October 9th.
Capcom, baby.
Otherworldly endeavors await in these games. Earth has been driven to the brink of annihilation by
Oh,
mysterious life
Stellar
forms
Blade,
called
baby!
the Naytiba.
Stellar
Now, join
Blade.
Eve on her mission to
Holy
save
crap,
humanity
I
and
get to play
reclaim
the hot
planet.
chick killing people.
Engage in
or
high-speed
monsters
combat
or
that
whatnot.
focuses on timing. Then,
Do we
find
get
your
the
opening
do we get the
and
motion? Do
strike.
we get like the real motion
Defeat
for
enemies
like
to acquire
the
new
wig, the
skills.
jiggle stuff, the
Then
jiggle physics?
strategically deploy them to fit the situation.
I'm messing, guys. But I want to
Can
play
you
this game
save
because I haven't. I heard
and
so
reclaim Earth for
awesome things.
humankind?
I only played like a couple of hours
Stellar
of it,
Blade launches on Nintendo Switch 2
of
this
like
year.
the intro section, and I was like,
Blast
dude,
off
man,
in the
what the
two-player
fudge?
co-op adventure Orbitals.
This
Protect
looks
your
cool,
home
man.
In an expedition across the galaxy. There are many interstellar areas to explore.
Like for a co-op game, this one has me more pumped than It Takes Two ended up being great.
Activate devices in time
But
with the beat. Escape
This
from
one, because of
incoming
the animation
enemies
style,
and more.
this one has me way more
Brave
excited.
The dangers ahead in your voyage through the stars.
Did they
Two
say when
players
was
can
still
also
Stellar
work
Blade? Did I
together
miss?
locally or
I didn't see a
online
date,
using
right?
GameShare.
Or was there a
Work
date?
together and
We'll
overcome the
watch it again
crisis of the
after later.
cosmos. Orbitals launches exclusively
September
on the Nintendo
3rd, man.
Switch 2 system, September 3rd.
I hope we have time for
Pre-orders
this one,
begin
but
later
September is
today
looking like
on
it's going to be
Nintendo
packed
eShop.
like
Journey
crazy.
through the glade of dreams in
Yes.
this bold
I love
reimagining
Rayman.
of
I love
Rayman
Rayman.
Legends. When a shadowy villain starts spreading corruption, it's up to Rayman and his friends to leap.
Like, honestly, if
lie,
you want a
and
great
punch
3D
their way
platformer
through
experience
charming and colorful worlds.
that is not a Mario
Ride
game,
dragons across realms.
almost
Dive into
impossible
4
to
new
get it
musical
wrong with a
stages.
Rayman game.
And enjoy more added content. Up to 4 players can go out on a limb in local co-op. You can also play a revamped version of Kung Fu using GameShare locally or online. Rayman Legends Retold launches on Nintendo.
It just sucks
Switch
that it's
2,
like
October
Rayman
1st.
Legends retold. Like, it's the game we...
It's a
'cause we have
great
Legends
day
on
for
the
a
Switch
big
1.
Walk. Get lost with friends in this
What the fuck
online
is this?
co-op walking and talking adventure. Set off through a peaceful world brimming with challenges, puzzles, and lots of things to discover.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about this one, guys.
Enjoy the sights and sounds as you work together.
Alright, is it going to be
find your way
camera
around.
compatible? If
Use
it's
all
camera
sorts of
compatible, I can
tools
see
to
the
stay in
fun.
touch. And figure out new methods of communicating if you're in a pickle. They might even be a little unconventional. And if you're not quite up to adventuring,
How the fuck does she down
you
the
can
hole
always
if you
just
can see her on the
relax with your
mountainside?
pals. Enjoy the sunset, dance the night away, or steal something from a friend and kick it into the ocean.
They look like they have Pikmin, not Pikmin eyes. The rhythm game with the oh my god,
or hang out with friends using cross-platform.
whatchamacallit, you know the rhythm game where you have to control the armies of little guys that came out last year as a collection.
Strolling onto Nintendo Switch 2, August 4th.
Freak, man, I freaking hate the fact that my brain doesn't work for titles.
Season the Seas.
Oh my god, is it binge? No, it's One Piece.
Build your very own floating restaurant with the Straw Hat Crew.
Like, this looks like a
Cook up
mobile game,
recipes with
bro.
Sanji.
That's the only thing that drives me nuts is this looks like a mobile game.
Decorate it to your liking. Then serve your customers as you run the restaurant.
Like, doesn't this
By
look like one of
searching
those
for and
time-killing mobile
collecting
games?
ingredients, you'll expand your menu offerings. Use devil fruit abilities to prepare piping hot steaks.
Like, I'll give it its
Or whip
chance,
up
but like, if
tongue-tingling
I
tauntaun
didn't see
noodles.
this in a Nintendo
You can
Direct,
make all
I would assume
sorts
that
of
it's like
delicious
a
dishes.
you know what I mean,
Spend
like
money
a
to change up
cash-in,
the
like
restaurant's interior
a cash-in game
and
that's
expand
from
it
mobile.
to attract even more customers. Over 400 characters from the One
It's
Piece
Carol
series
Soft?
will
Okay.
appear. Mouse controls are
So
also
then we can
supported on
maybe
Nintendo
trust
Switch
that this
2.
is going to be an actually nice sim
Get
experience.
ready for a feast of epic proportions in One Piece Grand Gourmet, sailing onto the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems October 23rd.
Oh, Pokopia, baby! What did I tell you guys? Pokopia DLC. Underwater. I knew it. I told you guys that we didn't have underwater Pokemon and that it didn't make freaking sense. Where's Starmie? Where's Staryu? Where are all my
Adventuring in
underwater Pokemon?
Pokopia, even beneath the sea. Explore the world on the ocean floor with a free update. By using
Free!
the new move Dive, you can enjoy life with Pokemon living under the sea. Plant
Free,
grass,
baby. What?
build structures,
Pokemon is giving something
and
away for
expand
free?
your towns underwater.
What?
This free update is scheduled to release in August 2026.
What?
And there's more. The Pokemon Pokopia expansion
Ah,
pass
of
paid
course.
DLC is
Of course
on the
they had to
way.
sell a part of it.
Discover a brand new town, Bubbly Basin. There you'll find new furniture.
You see, they give
New
you a
outfits.
taste for free, but then they're like,
and
pay
new
us.
friends. The Pokemon Pokopia Expansion Pass paid DLC will be available later today on Nintendo
Holy
eShop.
fudge.
Part 1 of the paid DLC, Bubbly Basin, launches this August. Part 2 and Part 3 will launch at a later date. Look out for more details.
But I
in
don't
the
understand.
future.
You pay for it today, but you only get it in August? What? That's really confusing. The pass releases today, but you get anything today?
We hope you're looking forward to more content for
If the
Pokemon
Treehouse sucks, we're
Pokopia
gonna go
via
buy
a
the
free
pass.
Update and paid DLC. Next, please take a look
But
at
that
this.
is very confusing the way they presented it. Whoever was responsible for that section needs to work on their shit.
This is the Dagdan Empire, a prosperous land ruled by the gods. The capital, Daxian, plays host to the heroic games, the winner of which is granted one wish. Powerful fighters from across the land have
I know
gathered
we
to
saw this game
participate.
before. This is Fire Emblem, right? Yeah. Okay.
The story revolves around 4 heroes. Kai, a young boy determined to win the games to save
To be
his
honest, though, it looks good.
father.
Like, well, Fire Emblem games look good, but I do think Three Houses was superior to the one after that. I don't even remember the title.
Seeking to fulfill the long-held dream of
And this
the
one has me
homeland.
more hype. It gives me more, like,
A musician with
awesome
their sights
vibes.
set on revenge. Guide whichever character you choose to victory as they weave their own unique tale.
Passed to me, blade.
Between matches, you can strengthen
I
your
like that
forces
there's
in
like
different
replayability
ways.
with different like paths. Yeah, I know he looks like
Hone
freaking
your
Alucard.
techniques at the training grounds.
Let's be honest, any like relatively
Recruit new allies.
skinny dude with white
Or
hair,
travel beyond Daxian's walls to gain
white long hair is
experience.
gonna look like Alucard. Let's be honest.
How you spend your free time is up to you.
Especially if you start giving him like, you know,
Combat
sort of
takes
like
the form of turn-based tactical battles.
elf-like
Consider your weapons
proportions and
range and your unit's
and
strengths
stuff.
on the battlefield.
yeah, this is gonna be awesome. When is this one? This one is July,
Plus,
right?
Each of the 4 main characters comes with their own special techniques.
June or July? It's supposed to be 50 minutes for the direct, and then we have a 1.5 hour Treehouse after.
Rejoice with me
August?
at the advent of the underworld.
So we have a hole in July.
Upon the promised one.
Because it's guaranteed we have a July game, guys. Like, Nintendo never doesn't have a July game.
How did it feel to upheave the world? Be
Who's-
gone from us,
Who's this?
the darkest dark.
Splatoon Raiders is July. If that's their July game, I'm very
Fire
disappointed.
Emblem Fortune's Weave launches September 17th.
Not that it's bad, I just think it's not
Alongside the standard
the
edition, there will
well.
be a special edition.
Splatoon is a
Fire
big
Emblem
is a
Fortune's
big
Weave Adapted
franchise for them.
Collection.
I'm
Launches
not the
the same
biggest
day.
Splatoon
Please
fan. Like, I
look forward
play
to
it, but I get fed up very quickly.
Let's continue with some more
After about
headlines.
3 weeks, I generally move on to something else.
Welcome to the next level of ninja battles.
Oh my god.
First part of Ninjala 2 is sneaking onto Nintendo Switch 2.
Ninjala. What was Ninjala 1?
Accidentally breaking a forbidden seal.
What the heck was
You're stranded
Ninjala
on
1?
an uncharted planet. Overcome the dangers lurking here to safely return to
I'm gonna go
Earth
check
in
what
this
Ninjala
open
1
world
was
action
after this.
adventure.
But honestly, it
Use
looks
Ninja
cool. It's
Gum
fun.
to freely traverse this vast world in search of clues to get back home.
It's Breath of the
You can also
Wild
blow a bubble
ninja
to float
style.
in the air. Defeat enemies blocking your path.
Was it
with
good?
Weapons crafted from Ninja Gum.
You're right. It was the
You can even
online
summon
game.
buddies with Gum Ninjutsu to unleash powerful attacks.
You're right.
Additionally,
It was
up to
that
4
online
ninja can team
multiplayer.
up in local or online multiplayer to chew through tough battles. The first part of Ninjala 2, The Uncharted Planet, launches exclusively.
But they seem
on
to
the
be
Nintendo
turning
Switch
it
2
into like an
system next
action
spring.
adventure game rather than an online
The DK
multiplayer
Challenge
only.
barrels in. Coming to Nintendo Switch Online on Nintendo Switch 2.
Are they
The
redoing
limited time DK
the one
Challenge
from
event.
the Game Boy Advance?
Take on challenges across many Donkey Kong games
Oh.
available with Nintendo Classics.
Oh,
By completing them, you can earn and enjoy collectible digital challenge cards.
that's
And if you
cool.
have Donkey Kong Bonanza, you can attempt even more challenges.
Dude, that's cool.
Try out
If
one
this is what
tier
they're
for
doing instead of
beginners.
trophies, it
Or
could
take
actually be
on
even
developer
cooler.
challenges for something with
But
a
they
bit
need to do
more
it for
fun.
not only they need to open it up for third-party developers.
Rediscover Donkey Kong games, play challenges, and complete your card collection.
Because imagine
DK
if every
Challenge can be
game
accessed
developers
via
have the
Nintendo
option to
Switch
do
online
collectible
app
cards
on the home
that you
menu of your
unlock
Nintendo
instead of
Switch 2.
trophies.
You'll be able to barrel through these limited time challenges starting later today.
That's actually freaking cool.
Plus,
It's a
in the
cool
Donkey
concept,
Kong
like I
Bonanza,
said.
DK Island and Emerald Rush paid DLC. A limited time collaboration with Super Mario Brothers is breaking through.
What?
Enjoy outfits for DK and Pauline, inspired by Mario and Luigi. Plus, there are coins, super mushrooms, question blocks, and more. Experience Emerald Rush as you've never seen it before with a Super Mario Brothers twist. This limited time collaboration event will be held in 4 waves with the first wave beginning later today.
They're making this extremely complicated. I'm sorry. Like,
From
that's
the
really
creators of
complicated.
Vampire Survivors.
I know, man. Mario 40's been going on
The
for like
latest
2 years
game from
now.
The makers of Vampire Survivors, Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble Survivathon, casts a spell onto Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh,
Up to
that's
8
actually cool. A
players can
crossover
compete
with
online
freaking
for the
Jujutsu
top spot
Kaisen.
in this Survivors
It actually
Royale.
fits really well
At the
with the
start of a
IP
match,
too.
Players don't battle directly. Instead, take down enemies on your own map to earn points. Each time you earn 100 points, you can add a rule to your run, including ones that hinder other players. The match culminates in a head-to-head final battle between the top 2 players.
Oh my God, it's like
Who will
Tetris
be
V.
the
It's like
final survivor?
it's like VS
More
Tetris,
than
but they're
20
using
characters from the
like
Jujutsu
Vampire
Kaisen
Survivors.
series appear.
That's
Characters can
insane.
be unlocked just by playing. Battle
Guys,
online with
Vampire
players
Survivors
near
is
and
going to
far,
become
or
even
going alone
more
against
crazy fucking
computer-controlled
addictive.
opponents.
Like, what the hell?
Exercise curses dominate rivals.
Just when you
Rise
thought it
to the
couldn't
top.
happen.
Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble Survivathon launches on Nintendo Switch
That's
2
actually really
this
cool.
year.
Turning it into a competitive online, like,
Are you up for the challenge in these games?
yeah, it's JJK.
Brutal, unforgiving battles storm onto Nintendo Switch 2. In a forsaken world, a looming
Lords of the
darkness
Fallen 2.
devours all in its path. Now, only one kingdom endures. Defy the will of the gods to save what remains of humanity.
It's crazy that we're
brutal
getting
melee
this,
combat,
and we
devastating
still haven't
sorceries,
gotten Elden
and
Ring.
lethal
And Elden
ranged
Ring was
attacks.
announced like as a
Test your
like
mettle against
alongside the
towering
launch of the Switch. It
abominations
wasn't
on
a
your
launch
journey
title,
across the
but it was
realms of the
announced
living and
alongside
the
the
dead.
launch of the Switch 2.
A hero must rise for a god to fall.
Do we have a
Lords of the
date for
Fallen
this?
2
Fall.
launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this fall. Enter a darkly elegant world based on the story of Pinocchio in Lies of P.
Oh my God, Liza P.
In a city under siege.
Baby
You
man,
must
we're getting
fight
all the
rampaging
big
mechanical
best
puppets
third-party
and seek
games
the
of the last
cause of this
couple of
upheaval
years.
while confronting your own humanity. Take on enemies using customizable weapons and prosthetic arms
August.
that allow you to swap
Elden Ring
between
was announced
different
for August
abilities.
28th.
But know
Okay.
this, the lies you tell
When did
will
that
alter
happen?
Your fate.
I don't remember.
Lies of P.
Either way-
Complete Edition, which includes Overture, a prequel
What? They're
expansion to
releasing the
main
digital
game,
version
launches
on
the
August
Nintendo
6th
Switch
and the
2
physical on
system
October
August
2nd.
6th.
I
Pre-orders
freaking hate
begin
when they do
later
that,
today
man.
On Nintendo eShop. The most recent entry in the legendary Devil May Cry series is slashing its way onto Nintendo Switch
But guys,
2.
for those who know the Devil May Cry franchise, admit it, there's a character you have no freaking idea who he is if you've only played Switch games.
As you fight off hordes of demons and epic bosses.
Because we're missing his
Pull
game.
off stylish attacks, dodges, and combos with your vast arsenal of weapons and skills. Enjoy thrilling, high-octane combat at 60
Like, I don't want to
frames per
ruin
second
anything for
in
anybody,
both
but there's a
TV
guy that
mode
you have
and
totally
handheld
no idea
mode.
who he is.
Plus, additional content such as battle tracks, character colors, and Devil
I'm not
Breaker
gonna
weapons
like,
for Nero
I'm
are
glad.
included. Devil May Cry 5 Devil Hunter Edition launches on Nintendo Switch 2 June
It's gonna be
23rd.
awesome, man. June 23rd.
Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
I finally get to play it again.
Enter a mystical era deep in Japan's past. 6 souls determined to forge their
Vanillaware.
own destinies. So you're looking for some runaway ninja named Kisuke.
They still have some unfinished business in this world. I shall make him pay.
Let's show him we farmers have spirit.
You've sentenced me to die 7 days from now?
It's start repenting.
Yeah, I just find it weird that they didn't release it at the same time as 4.
RPG for the ages. What fate
I don't even know what this is.
the demon blades?
Muramasa Revenant Blades. Okay. And it's a cross-gen release.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of these 3 Xenoblade Chronicles games are incoming.
Nice. Okay. I said we weren't going to get too many Switch 2 editions, but it's true. We were missing these, and they already look awesome on the Switch 1, so they're just going to look freaking amazing on the Switch 2.
In-game cutscenes also have enhanced resolution and frame rate. Not only that, but you can travel on a high-speed vehicle in the first game. Control blades to fight mercenary squad battles in the second.
Like, honestly, and it's pretty great because you're going to have a whole new gen of people that maybe missed the original releases of the 3 games that are going to maybe jump into them.
There's also a variety of other content added to each of the 3 games. More details will be revealed at a later date.
They're probably they probably have like a Xenoblade Chronicles Switch 2 edition like release planned or like other event where they're gonna go over.
The physical version launches on July 30th. The Nintendo Switch 2 editions of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 will be available on the dates shown on screen.
Wow. Okay. So they're doing a staggered release.
Xenoblade Chronicles games are getting Nintendo Switch 2 editions. New features will be added to each title, so we hope you'll check them out. And a new story in the Xenoblade
Like, it's really weird that they're
series is
saying they're
about to
going to
begin.
talk about the
Here are some
features
early
another day,
moments
but they're
from the
releasing the Switch 1 edition now. So I guess the only features are for the 1 is the ones we saw there. The enhanced resolution and being able to travel quick.
火も風も世界を構成するそのすべては大地を流れるアニマが形を変えたものだった。そして戦いを決するのはいつもアニマとその力を自在に振るう騎士だった。
What is this?
この剣の名に恥じぬよう精進します。
Anyone recognize this yet? I do not.
その石はアニマ小石。騎士の力を増幅させるだけでなく、そのものの行動や思いも刻みます。これからのあなたの学院生活のすべてがその石と共にあると思ってください。今日の訓練は実践を想定しての。
Yeah, they seem to be focusing a lot on that anima stuff. Anima.
力の使い方。なんとなく分かった気がする。
It's funny because it has Monster Hunter vibes, but it's not.
奪われた側はどう思うんだろうな。
真実見つけてみない？
Yeah, this is the remake of Ocarina of Time, guys. This is it. This is what they've turned it into. Link is no longer a male character, he's a female character. I'm gonna stop now.
すべてはアニマと共にある。
帰るのさ、あの場所に。
さあ、始まるわよ。
What I like.
行ってまいります。
I hate though when they talk like the last thing we're gonna see is the title.
そこで人々は知ることになる。破れた神の恨みが未だ晴らされてはいないこと。
It's a new Xenoblade. Holy shit, it's a new Xenoblade, guys. Switch 2 only. 2027 though. Ouch. Hype
Xenoblade Genesis
slightly
marks the new
reduced.
beginning. What kind of story do you think will be told? Please look forward to future updates.
Like, honestly, it didn't have a Xenoblade feel to it till the end. Like, now that I look at it, you see, that's why I would have loved to see the title at the beginning.
Woohoo Island, home
Welcome to all kinds of sports. Coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Shut up and take my...
Switch Sports Resort.
Dude, who wanted the new Nintendo Sports?
Use the Joy-Con 2 controllers as rackets, bows.
We're getting another Nintendo Sports, guys. Woo! Honestly, I'm not going to complain because they're fun party games.
All with intuitive motion controls. Let's go over them.
Guys, imagine what the last big announcement is if a new Xenoblade game wasn't it.
Boxing. Make quick shots to keep your opponent on their toes. In table tennis.
Like I'm still waiting for the Zelda theme to start.
Let that arrow fly. In archery.
I'm waiting for the Zelda theme to start. You know it's gonna happen.
Bump.
Volleyball, tennis.
And spike.
I feel like they should not have a tennis game just because everything has a tennis game.
Or give it a spin to strike big. In
bowling they sort of have to do because it's like
and shoot to
it's what Wii Sports was known for the most.
Adjust your shot's power, then swing your club in golf.
It's Thomas that was hyped for the Wii for the sports
Battle
game.
with one thumb to
Oh my
hand
god,
your
thumb
opponent
wrestling.
defeat in thumb wrestling. Ride
That's
through the
weird.
course using mouse controls in skateboarding.
Okay, it's cool.
Steer with handles and coast along the waves in power cruising. Tilt the controller and fly around freely in prop plane.
So what prop plane is just about flying around?
Plus, you can warm up for these sports with jump rope. You can create and play
Okay.
as a sportsmate or me character.
Just please do not try to sell this like an $80 game. Please make this a like $40 affordable like little pack. I would even say 30, but it's Nintendo, so I know that would be like
kinds of sports on
impossible.
Nintendo Switch Sports Resort launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
Let me just see if the
October 22nd.
Procopia
Pre-orders
DLC,
begin
if
later
we can see a
today
price on it.
Nintendo eShop.
Nintendo Switch Sports Resort is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We showed all the sports included, but since we have the opportunity, let's try one of the new sports.
Okay, good. So this gives me time to check for the Procopia DLC.
Before the match, let's go over the rules. Hold
I'm just
down
wondering
your
how
opponent's
much this
thumb for 3
DLC pack
seconds,
is supposed to
and
be.
you'll win. If yours gets pinned, just shake the controller to break free.
It's not there yet.
And if you keep your thumb held down, it'll get bigger and stronger. 3, 2, 1. You'll need this to claim victory.
Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is September
Here's
18th.
to a great thumb wrestling match. The thumb moves, just like this. Here we go. Let's have a good match.
Would they really try, you think, to sell the DLC pack as $40? Maybe because it's a multi-stage affair. You're right. They might actually try to sell it for $40 because there's like not one single DLC. It's like you buy 40 and you get all like 4 parts.
Oh, they broke free again. You have to keep them pinned. No, wait.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but this ain't doing it for me.
I was worried for a second there.
It's okay, but it's like, did they really need to add this in?
Okay.
Is this really the best use of time today?
Nail got bigger. Hold on a second. That's not how it's supposed to go. It's okay. Everything is fine. My thumb returned to normal.
I know, 15 minutes left, guys, and we're wasting it on thumb wrestling. Come on!
Oh, I got deflected. Wait a minute.
The bar didn't even make it all to the way to the end. What the heck?
Please wait a little longer for Nintendo Switch Sports Resort. Let's move on to more headlines.
No date?
Survive a land ruled by dragons. The world of RuneScape comes to Nintendo Switch 2. An ancient
Oh my
power
God.
has awakened on the forgotten continent of
Not
Ashenfall.
RuneScape. Please, no.
explore a land
I know this
infused
isn't
with
the classic
magic
RuneScape, by the way,
and
guys.
uncover lost secrets on your
This
journey
is
to
far
face
from
the
it.
Dragon Queen. In this survival crafting adventure, delve into the mysteries of Ashenfall, amongst the ruins of fallen civilizations. On your expedition,
Whatever,
harness
man.
the land's transformative magic to gather resources.
Do you have any coffee left?
gear.
Yeah, one.
And build shelter. Then, step into battle. Forge weapons, sharpen your skills, and face the danger that awaits. Survive the wilds.
It
unveil
honestly doesn't
lost
look too
secrets,
bad.
and challenge
It's just that, like,
dragons
I
in
would play Dragon's Dogma
RuneScape
before
Dragon
this.
Wilds, launching on
I would
Nintendo Switch
replay
2
Elden
September
Ring before
15th.
this. Like, that's the only problem, you see. It sort of, in my mind, fits into the same type of category. And I'm just more excited about other games in the same style.
Customize your own avatar and play in the adorable world of Hello Kitty Partyland.
Really, guys?
Join the party
Really?
with over 40 character
This is the efficient use of time?
and
This is the
board
efficient
games.
use of the 15 minutes we have left?
There are over 140 Sanrio
I'm joking, but the
characters to meet.
actually the Hello Kitty game we tried
You
wasn't
can
that
choose
bad.
from 16 partner characters.
We tried the Hello
stickers,
Kitty whatever
and so much
adventure
more.
game.
Hello
Wasn't
Kitty
that bad.
Partyland launches exclusively
But
on
honestly, I
Nintendo
didn't
Switch
really
2
play it after
and
we
Nintendo
streamed
Switch,
it.
October 29th.
So let's get down there and finish the job.
Told you guys we were gonna see Star Fox again. This I'm really excited for, guys. This day one purchase.
For adventure across the Lilac
Like I said, I'm
system
gonna be
with
getting
Fox
back into
McCloud
regular
and his
content,
crew.
and I'm actually gonna. I know I said it often, but I'm really gonna try to ramp it up. I think
Star Fox launches on
like
Nintendo
unless there's
Switch
another
2,
unofficial
June
like
25th.
unfortunate event in my life,
Free
like
demo that includes a tutorial.
I will try to
And one
stream
of the
from time
game's
to time
opening
on release
stages
days,
will be
like
available later
additional to
today
the normal
on
stream
Nintendo
later,
eShop.
when games that I'm really interested come out, just so we have time to play more of the games.
Resonates within the crystals.
What is this? Pixelated world. Looks like Final Fantasy, because that looked like a black mage. They talked about crystals.
Get
That
ready
looks like-
for the first Final Fantasy game in HD 2D, Final Fantasy Resonance. This is Lapis, a vast world that has prospered through the power of crystals.
Wow.
But after the invasion of the Veritas, this once thriving world lies on the brink
Wow.
of annihilation.
An HD 2D
Now,
Final
Rain,
Fantasy
a
game going
knight of
back to
Branchelt,
2D.
must journey across the realm with his companions.
Oh,
to
they've
stop
seen the
Veritas.
light. They've seen the motherfucking
In
light.
thrilling turn-based battles, call upon visions, iconic Final Fantasy heroes from other worlds to take down monsters. Can you uncover the truth behind the Veritas and the secrets
it?
the crystals hold?
Are you destroying my... Are you destroying the fact that it's a shitty mobile game that they've now brought to consoles?
October 22nd. A weird, whimsical world is waiting.
Why do you have to ruin my life like that, man, Undead
returns
Eggmeister?
in a new 3D puzzle exploration adventure. What
Oh
do
my
giant
God.
fruit, malevolent robot frogs, and an all-powerful potato have in common? Nothing. Other than a shadowy conspiracy, of course. Meet a cavalcade of curious characters. Each with
Now
their own problems
I'm emotionally
and puzzles
destroyed.
to solve. But beneath this seemingly happy world lies a sinister
Is there no
plot to
hope? Like,
squeeze
there's
the
no way they
locals
can
for all
shift it
their
into
worth.
something that
Time to
like
join
is
the
fun?
Resistance. By using Piku's surprising abilities, help solve the people's problems in surprising and downright oddball ways. Feeling baffled by these affable denizens? Embrace these strange encounters and bring about an ultimate understanding. And in this sequel, navigate and explore in full 3D as you discover the secrets of this vivid, colorful world. Get ready to wander, solve,
I'm not sure
and
about this
gossip
one.
in Piku Niku 2, Launching on Nintendo Switch 2 next
It's
year.
Devolver Digital though, so and I have to go like I know I have Pikuniku 1, I just don't remember it.
New monster-filled adventure.
Ooh, a new Dragon Quest? Monsters? This is gonna be really awesome if it is.
Two girls find themselves lost in the kingdom of Witherwood. There, they gain the power to turn monsters into friends.
They can because Octopath Zero was a mobile game and it turned out pretty good. So look, hope restored slightly. I still wish it wasn't a crappy mobile game that they just turned into a good game. But still. Maybe if it's successful, they make the next Final Fantasy game an actual turn-based awesome RPG.
Synthesize two monsters to create more powerful allies. Now, take on the most fearsome of foes with a team that's uniquely your own. Adventure is calling, and it's monstrously fun.
What is this?
Dragon Quest
What Withered Worlds?
The Withered World.
Oh, and it's this year, December 3rd, baby. They're staying away from November, you know, because November there's sort of a big game coming out. Duskbloods, finally. Is that it? Is it? Feels like Duskbloods.
Upon the ancient blood sovereign's honor. We are monsters, each vying for blood.
I do think it's Duskbloods, people.
Finally here. Worthy spirit.
Like, I'm pretty sure that, yeah. Do we have a date? Okay. Closed network test. Hard to know what to make of that. But they seem to be having trouble with the network. I know it's normal to have closed network tests, but
Hey everyone, here's some
I feel like
fresh
it's because
news
they're
about
not sure of the
Splatoon
final
Raiders,
experience.
A new single-player focused adventure. Check out this neat little place, the hideout ship out on the water. There's Deep Cut, a trio of swashbuckling musicians. And this scrappy individual, that's you. Let's call this handy youth.
It's true we hadn't seen Splatoon yet. So
hunting for treasure across these landmasses, the Spiralite.
but it's a single player game. I might give it a better shot.
All right, time for
Like I get fed up of Splatoon online just because
looks like the treasure they're after
Splatoon is like, if you're not playing with people that you know, the quality of matches is severely hard to endure.
And when you get too close, they'll attack immediately. The Salmonids aren't pushovers either, so you shouldn't go it alone.
Yeah, but I think this is really supposed to be a single player focused game.
A member of Deep Cut pilots it during your treasure hunts and attacks.
Maybe they'll release a DLC later that adds in multiplayer or something like that.
And even gets out of the bot to unleash special moves like this. You'll also get support in the form of gadgets. There's one that continuously fires ink after it's placed. Another that slices through enemies. Another that spins ink around you, and more.
Yeah, I feel they're gonna release this game and then like we're gonna get a Nintendo Direct either at the end of this year or beginning of next year, announcing DLC using the framework of this game that's gonna give you multiplayer.
The Salmonids. Yikes! This is tougher than it looks. But the Salmonids aren't the only powerful ones around here. Through battles, you, the mechanic, will also get stronger by leveling up. And you can customize all sorts of upgrades to fit your playstyle.
So it's like a really RPG-based system.
Looks like time's up. There are even more details to cover in the upcoming Splatoon Raiders Direct, airing on June 30th.
There's actually a direct coming on the 30th specific to this game.
See the story events leading up to Splatoon Raiders with daily comics ahead of launch. Plus, in collaboration with this game, there's going to be a special Splatfest in Splatoon 3. The theme looks like it's about Splatoon Raiders. Details will be announced here.
You know, part of me thinks that this was supposed to be maybe DLC to Splatoon 3 actually, and they decided to sell it as a separate game.
See ya.
There's a part of me that feels that. Yeah, that's exactly, champ.
So what did you think?
I'm thinking about it now, and I think it's the opposite thing.
Around the corner.
This was supposed to be DLC to Splatoon 3, and they're like, we can sell it as a separate game.
By Deep Cut. We hope you're looking forward to it. Let's see some more headlines.
What's crazy is the color is only on the actual mouse attachments, really, and a little bit around the Joy-Con, the joystick. Oh my god. Deltarune. I mean, it's a good game. It's just like, we know what we're waiting for, and it still hasn't happened, so it's like, what the F, bro? There's 4 minutes left. There's about 4 minutes left. We haven't seen what we're all here for. But great game. Great game.
Awaken your power.
But man, Stellar Blade, like, we're getting a lot of crazy third-party games that we've been waiting for.
The greatest faith of the citizenry shall ascend to throne and crown by right of kings.
This is the United Kingdom of Uchronia.
Metaphor Refantasio. Shit, man, this too.
The king shall be decided by the will of the people, by decree of the king, as his face floats in the sky.
Like, seriously, this is like the homecoming of like all major third-party great game over the last couple of years coming to the Switch.
As one of the throne's candidates, you'll travel across the kingdom, forging bonds with
I heard this game is freaking fantastic. However, I also heard it's 100+ hours, meaning I will never play it because I just don't have time. But I heard this game is amazing.
And strange beasts known as humans. Control your destiny and change the world in Metaphor Refantasio. Launching on the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
Holy crap, they're going right in for November, boys.
Create, explore, survive.
A Switch 2 edition of Minecraft.
A dedicated Nintendo Switch 2 version of
Minecraft. That was a given that was coming eventually.
Dig into your Minecraft adventure on Nintendo Switch 2 with support for
do you think it's going to be an upgrade path though from Switch 1?
On a journey across a world with enhanced lighting and shadow
I wonder if they're going to mention it.
Plus, Nintendo Switch worlds can be carried over, so you can pick up right where you left off.
Carry over data.
What will you create next? Minecraft launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this year.
No, there isn't a dedicated Switch 2 edition yet. Holy crap. Guys, sizzle real time. And we just saw Metal Gear. We just saw freaking, whatchamacallit, okay, hold on. We're going to go through it because there's too much. We saw like 4 like freaking amazing games. This looks cool, but Atelier. Space Marine, that's what I was looking for. Oh, it's the first one. That's the first one, right? Observer. Heard about this one? Not too sure. Days. Did not hear about this one. Metal Gear Solid 2 Master Collection. Oh my god, the first Metal Gear. Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration. Awesome. Later today, Shadow Drop, baby. Shadow Drop, but like not big enough for me to be like, okay, we have to play this tonight. This looks cool. Tales of Turnia. Snow Runner. I know a lot of people are excited for this one because apparently it's a very addictive and fun game. Fitness Boxing 3. Okay. Everblue. Spring 2027. Life Sim adventure game. Final Fantasy 14 online. Crazy that that's coming to Switch 2 at this point. But you know what?
The battle of light and darkness.
Oh my god, guys. Are we getting actual not online shitty versions?
Switch 2. Traverse through iconic Disney and Pixar worlds. Befriend all sorts
Finally,
of
Kingdom Hearts
allies.
not as shitty ass online games.
Action RPG combat. Relive these stories or
They're going
experience
over,
them
baby.
for the
They're going
first
over.
time alongside Sora
Too
and
much
his friends
stuff.
as they fight
They
the
said
darkness.
approximately 50
If you have
minutes.
the cloud versions
So
on
as long
Nintendo
as it's
Switch,
less than
you can
60,
transfer
they're
your
not
existing
lying.
save data to these Nintendo Switch 2 games. These 3 collections launch on Nintendo Switch 2 October 8th. A
Insane.
bundle with all 3 compilations. Kingdom Hearts collection
Finally,
1
man.
through 3
Finally,
also
not
launches
shitty versions of
October
these
8th.
games.
Additionally, a free demo of Kingdom Hearts 3 plus Remind will be available later today on Nintendo eShop.
60 minutes on the app? Okay.
この世界の構造はとても複雑で、私たちが定義する光と闇を具現化したものは
This is still Kingdom Hearts, right?
でもそれを定義するものがこの世界に来たことで、この世界にも私たちの定義する闇が
This still looks like Kingdom Hearts. Oh my god, Kingdom Hearts 4. Guys! A new Kingdom Hearts! No, baby! I heard rumors of this. No! Yeah, a lot of people thought it was going to be in Summer Games Fest. Not here. Baby! Fuck yeah, man. Honestly, it's about goddamn fucking time. Like, it's long overdue by like 10 years. Do we have a date? Available at launch on Nintendo Switch 2, baby.
Next is our last announcement. Please take a look.
Do we hear the Zelda song? If it's not Zelda, I'm losing my shit.
Long ago, there was a land called Hyrule, created by beings of supreme divinity. At the very edge of this kingdom, there lay a small forest. Within it, an ancient solitary tree quietly watched over the inhabitants of the forest.
Guys, it's time!
These forest dwellers were called the Kokiri. Each had a fairy companion.
Imagine they do a chibi version now, like 2D chibi version, like they redid Legend, like they redid the Game Boy games.
There was one particular
Imagine, rather than going 3D full remake, can you hear the screams online? Yeah, I'm shutting up now. I'm putting the sound up even. Okay. Let's be respectful. That's it?
The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time will
Okay,
be
that was a
reborn
little
on
underwhelming,
Nintendo
guys.
Switch 2. More details will be announced in the future, so please look forward to them. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct.
Okay,
Earlier this
it's
year,
official.
Devin
It's
Saw
this
was
year.
appointed as the new
But come
president
on,
of
give us
Nintendo of
something.
America.
Holy
We'd like
crap.
to conclude this presentation with a few words from Devin Saw. Thank you for watching.
Holy crap.
Thank you, Koizumi-san. Hi, everyone. I'm Devin Pritchard, and after 20 years at Nintendo, one of my favorite things about gaming is still that moment I get to try something new. I watch the trailers, I hear about a game, but the moment I pick up a controller, that's when it all comes together. And for me, that's what games have always been about. Those little moments that surprise me and allow me to immerse myself in different worlds. You can read about a game, you can watch a trailer, but nothing beats seeing it for yourself. And that's a big part of what Nintendo Treehouse Live is about. Getting a closer look, hearing from the teams, and spending more time with the games themselves. So let's get to it. We've got a new Nintendo Treehouse Live ready to go, with a few games I hope you find interesting. And if you enjoyed Splatoon Raiders in today's Nintendo Direct, this July at San Diego Comic-Con, we'll have the game.
I wonder what games they're going to highlight. I'm feeling it's Star
Because
Fox.
at the end of the day, I think
I
the
feel
best way
like
to
the Treehouse
understand
is
a
Star
game
Fox.
is to pick up the controller and play. Thanks for watching. I'm really looking forward to sharing more of what I love about games and bringing those experiences to all of you. And now it's time for Treehouse Live. Over to you, team.
Okay. Hold on, guys. I just want to do something. Okay.
Hi everyone, welcome to Nintendo Treehouse Live. My name is Teresa and I'm joined here by
So like I said,
Zach.
we're going to be watching this as much as
We're here
it
to
looks
talk
like
about
it's
Star Fox,
interesting.
Coming out June 25th.
That's I knew it was
It's a
Star
cinematic
Fox.
shooter. We're gonna focus on the single player game, and then we'll go into the multiplayer in a later section.
Yeah, they're dropping all the separate trailers.
Yeah, we're
That's
gonna
what I
start
would have
right out here
expected.
in this new cinema scene, right on the Star Fox bridge, Bridge of the Great Fox, which is the base for the Star Fox team. The team is just coming out of their VR training session.
Just checking a couple of
which is
things.
part of the tutorial. And
I really want to
here's
know
where we get
about
a little
Pacopia.
introduction to some of the characters. Falco is their ace pilot.
I'm gonna
Slippy's the,
just
engineer,
refresh.
science expert. Pepe's their veteran uncle who gives them advice, and then Fox McCloud is the leader of the team. And what has happened during their training session is they're
And you know, I
getting a
gave
call
shit to
from
Final
Jennifer
Fantasy,
Pepper,
but
the,
Final Fantasy VII, the rebirths and what that are not bad. I don't like the. I actually don't like the live action combat system. But well, don't like is a big word. I severely like it less than the original turn-based system. But
when you start the campaign, you're going to be able to select between easy and normal difficulty.
let me
mode.
just see here.
You can also unlock the expert difficulty mode, which
I'm gonna search Pacopia because it's not in the featured section yet. But that doesn't mean it's not live. They just maybe didn't update the featured section.
And you can also, before each mission, select single player.
No, I still don't have any DLC announced for Pacopia.
More about co-op later. Let's go straight into single player, and this is another kind of cinema scene. where you
Guys,
can
that
see
was
the
an
cinematic,
insane direct. Let's be
storytelling
honest. That was an insane direct.
And as you mentioned, these cutscenes aren't new, so they expand upon what we already know.
I don't think well, they said it's going to be a launch title for Switch 2, but you're right, they didn't say it's not going to be on other systems. I think it's just they're not going to say it here in the Nintendo Direct because this is a Nintendo Direct.
Bring them to life with their Falcons goofing off.
I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna turn down the chit chat, okay, on the Treehouse. I don't think. Are you guys like super interested in hearing like? Because I want to sort of hear the Star Fox story when it happens when I play the game. I don't want to see the Star Fox story ahead of time. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm okay with like turning down the volume and stuff. But crazy, man. It'll be on other systems. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a solo release game. Unless Nintendo pays for like a window of exclusivity. But it's too... I think it's too big of a franchise. And Square needs to hit hard with their big franchises because they've had a couple of duds on their on some of their releases. Like the only stuff that's doing really well for Square right now is their more retro oriented stuff, which should send them a freaking signal that people like. I'm honestly, if they would do a purely new HD 2D Final Fantasy game, which could work parallel with your big 3D Final Fantasy games, I guarantee you people would, especially if you put a more budget price point because it's HD 2D, it would sell. I am guaranteed it would sell. And like you could do it, you could right now do an offshoot of like Final Fantasy HD 2D. You give it a separate like subtitle so that you know that this is like the series of 2D games versus the series of 3D games.
But like you mentioned, Dan, it's got the detail that adds that
like Final Fantasy,
that they added to their own
I don't know, like retro spirits, whatever, who cares? You understand what I mean? Like some kind of title that makes sure that you know that this is a series of 2D games and you just keep it going parallel to your 3D games. Sort of like what Nintendo's doing with Zelda, where you have like 3D games coming out, but you also have 2D games coming out. Why? Because you have fans of both styles of gameplay. And both styles of gameplay, like people are attached to those styles. Yeah, like Star Fox, it looks super fun, but we saw a lot of gameplay, man, in the Star Fox Direct, or was it a announcement? I know we watched it on stream. Almost dropped my Switch 2, man.
Keep an eye out for as you play the game. There are going to be times when your wingmen get in danger, and saving them is beneficial.
And if you don't, they get shot down.
Okay. It's because I'm working actually at noon, so I'm working in like 58 minutes. So I'm just starting up my work stuff so that we can actually stay live for as long as possible, and I don't have to worry about like getting everything started up. So when like I can stick around, and then like 5 minutes before we, I might say 10 minutes before, because I do maybe want to take a quick breather before I actually start my 9 to 5.
Worth keeping your teammates around.
Dude, I was lucky that this morning I was starting late.
Pepe is very good at giving you a heads up.
Like sometimes the universe actually lines up to not screw Rick, and this is one of those days. The gameplay looks freaking amazing, man. Star Fox, I'm really looking forward to it. And I love on-the-rail shooters. I know some people don't think it's like passe or whatever, but I love on-the-rail shooters. I'm refreshing the eShop constantly. Still no Pacopia. Did you guys see that we're getting a new Spyro? And by the way, the original Spyro trilogy right now, $10 on the eShop. If you want a time to get into Spyro, 3 games, $10. Awesome pickup, and we're going to be getting a new Spyro game soon. I'm going to put my Switch 2 down before I actually drop it.
We didn't want to go through the arches anyway because we wanted to see this other boss.
Okay, while they're getting this started, I'm going to take a quick little bathroom break, and I'll be right back, guys. And then we can chill for the next hour. Chill, talk, see if anything interesting comes up on the Treehouse. So I'm going to put the sound up while I'm gone so you guys have some entertainment.
Okay, okay.
No, you're good.
But because this is a Star Fox specifically is a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive game, that's how like Dan is able to use the mouse controls, which is kind of a nice perk, especially when you're trying to get more precision shots.
And that transition is very seamless, as you noticed. You can switch between them as much as you want, whenever it feels appropriate to you.
Yeah, and here we've transitioned into all-range mode, which is a little bit bigger battlefield here. There are borders. If you hit the border, it'll turn you around automatically. But it allows us to fly all the way around this guy and see him from different angles and shoot him from different angles, which is kind of fun because he's got a lot of different parts on him. You can shoot his guns, you can shoot his legs. and just basically have fun with him. But we're not gonna take too long.
That actually gave you an advantage, because now it's just a sitting target.
Well, I've fought him a few times, so he was not as bad as he thought he was. I meant to have a little fun with him, but we also want to keep moving through and showing some other parts of the game. So yeah, you can experiment with that and have fun with the different bosses and find different ways to fight them.
Dan likes to play with his food.
How about you?
Didn't even break a sweat. No, I didn't even as it turns out. But yeah, we're going to keep on going to the next mission. After each mission, depending on what you do, yeah, I know, sorry, Peppy. You can go on different routes through the system. And in this case, since we didn't go through the arches, we're going to be going to Medio. There are alternate paths that might allow us to go to Sector Y or some other different levels. So Medio is fine because that's where we wanted to go. And this is where we're going to show some of the alternate controls. I'm going to pass it over to Gab and Teresa as we go through this cinema scene.
For sure. And as we get prepped, here's a
impressive work, Star Fox. Enemy forces are
and once again, you can see that additional storytelling through smaller things like body language, facial expressions. It's
real team.
Lectures.
Yes.
Lectures
from Peppy.
Lectures, but the way he's like rolling his head, leaning back, like he doesn't care. You can get a really good idea of who each of these characters are.
Falco cares. He wants to be successful in the mission. Let's get in
He
there.
wants to shoot
On action.
He wants to be Fox.
I expect you to make short work of them.
Yeah, Slippy's still looking at the schematic of the Gronga on the screen there. He thought that was pretty cool.
And now he had found mysterious energy in the asteroid field.
Yeah, Slippy is very, very into the details of being the tech and the engineer, just constantly checking through everything. And so it's really fun just seeing these cutscenes and seeing how their personalities shine through every action that they do. So as Dan mentioned, we have opened up the path to Medio, but because we want to really show co-op, I'm going to back out, resume this campaign, and then select co-op local. So you'll see here that the Joy-Con 2 controllers get split between the players. So one player becomes the pilot, the other player plays as the gunner. So we're going to go ahead here and set up the controllers. I will be enlisting the role of pilot, and I will ask Gab to be my gunner.
It's an honor.
We got this. All right, so we're going to start this mission. And as you're loading the screen, you'll see at the bottom right, there's a little R-wing that you could actually control.
We're back.
Do little barrel rolls.
Yeah,
okay, put this down a bit. Yeah, and Damon, as you can see, snuck down into my studio, so thanks. Love him too, except he's a big ass baby. So look, he's like stuck on my lap.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone's ever heard that before.
What did you do?
That's his way of making sure I don't move him. Don't tell him he has to leave.
I'm so focused.
Wait a minute.
He gives me a big kiss, and he lays on my lap and passes out like that. I often work all day with him laying like that till my lunch break.
Okay,
then
sorry,
generally
Dan,
I kick him out because I'm like, dude, I need at least half my day
So
to
Dan really
breathe
likes playing the
and not
classic
feel
controls
stuck.
Where everything is inverted. I do not. I refuse. I think it's.
By the way, I made a second coffee, man. This is a
So
2 coffee
anyway,
morning.
I got choices, which I appreciate. But you'll see here the details.
Is there
of
an
the
age
controls
rating? An age rating for what?
I can focus on boosting, braking, somersaulting, U-turn, and then Gab will be focused on shooting, throwing bombs, but also answering any calls.
Hi, Minecraft. Yeah, what are you age rating for what? For the stream? I don't know. I swear, if it offends you, I will occasionally drop an F-bomb here and there. No, actually, it's like just random, no-name brand Keurig coffee.
200 hits. Others may have different requirements, but you always need to keep your crew members.
I generally say that the content isn't dedicated to kids, but other than that,
it's not just hitting enemies. That's why you see me shooting all of these.
yeah, I swear more often in French.
Some of them are breakable.
That can actually maybe get a pass for some people.
Yeah, lots of fun ways to get additional hits. One of them is the lock-on.
You need I need PG-13, like as the max or the minimum.
Nice.
Few other ones.
Oh yeah.
You got the bomb. Nice. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah, I know it's a crappy brand. Yeah, but it's like it's honestly just to get me by because
We saw Dan use
it's when I use the Keurig, I find putting max. Well,
limited uses.
F-bombs. That's about it. No nudity, no nothing. Sometimes the games I'll play mature.
I tried.
But today it's a Nintendo Treehouse, so no mature games. Your captain sucks. He demanded to be traded for the. Who's the captain on the Red Wings right now? Send in Pellica. No, send in Pellica. Hold on.
That was so close.
That was good.
Incoming message?
Oh, yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
nicely done.
Thank you.
Larkin. Yeah.
There's the supplies from
Supplies from Rob64.
The rating on the name?
Excuse me.
Nah, man. I'm not gonna put an official rating on the stream. Sorry, my man.
Selling, thank you.
Like I don't know. I don't rate.
But the gold rings, which we kind of collected before.
I don't rate my stream officially, my man. But
missed that.
Pepe was in trouble and you saved him.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, nice job.
Good job, not.
yeah, that's why I had his name in my head, because I'm like the player I'm hearing the most about on the Red Wings is Sendin Pellica.
That will impact how you
because he's like one of your biggest prospects, right?
Or somersaulting. Sorry.
That's okay.
Guys, I think I know about you, champ, but I think Vegas is gonna take the cup, my man. I think Vegas is gonna be taking the cup.
Lock in, yeah. Lock
I was hoping it wasn't Vegas, but it is what it is, man.
As a newbie gunner, person who can't aim very well.
Yes and no.
It's very helpful. It's very friendly too.
The other player I hear the most on the about the Red Wings is
any level.
What's his name?
Expertise.
An example of a enemy that you can't lock onto, but it'll give you bonus hits by feeding them.
So it's helpful kind of break to give Gab some more time to shoot that enemy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime.
What's with the Usians and the swearing?
And I will protect him with my life.
Cider, yes, thank you. That's who most cider.
Say that you unfortunately lose all your health.
Yeah, no, I know. Carolina still has fight, and both teams had a similar run-up to the finals. Like, you don't have one team that is majorly beat up with seven game series, while the other team has had 4 or 5 game series. Both teams came in relatively fresh for a Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, so
let's be honest, it's rare that both teams have such easy run-ups to the Cup. That's why, like, Montreal, I was super excited, but even part of me was like, even if we make it through the last round, seeing how tired our guys were, I'm like, we're gonna get destroyed in the final.
These rocks are a lie. Is what it is.
They are a chance to rack up some hits.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah. We still need those 200 points.
What's with the Usians and the swearing? Yeah, I'm not sure. Minecraft was asking if the stream had a rating, and I said no official rating, but it's not for kids because I do swear from time to time. So it depends. If F-bombs to you is like more than PG-13, then it is. World Cup on Thursday. Yeah, I know. I know. But like the nearest games to me are Toronto, and it's too far. And yeah, next year Montreal. I know. I do feel that the next 2 or 3 years are going to be our best shot at a cup run for the like current Montreal Canadiens team. We have to get it done in the next 2 to 3 years. I feel that if our goaler, if Dobesh or Fowler can get their shit, like Dobesh was amazing in the postseason, and even he was pretty good in the season, but he wasn't as dominant as he was in the post games. If he can keep that momentum up for next season, and we can just get a a full second line that can be a constant threat.
No, you're not.
That's what we need. That's what we need, man.
Slippy is still around to tell us that they're lying.
Yeah.
Through their health bar.
Half a health bar?
Questionable.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's like me, there's a word that I use a lot that I make sure that I don't use online, just because people online make it way worse. Like, I have European background, okay? So, to me, the word cunt is not the worst word in existence. Okay? It's like, just like, it's like saying some guy's a little bee. You know what I mean? To me, like saying, hey, you're being a little bee. Well, naturally, I would say you're being a little cunt. Okay? But that word is pure European background, where it's like, if you go to England, it's like everywhere. It's like, and it's even a term of endearment. Like, used in the right sense.
Thanks for being my partner.
What's up, Frenchie? What's up, Wild One? But yeah.
Yeah,
it is what it is. To me, like, above PG-13 is like nudity.
Yeah, but on that note, actually,
because to me, like, PG-13, you get violence as long as it's not excessive, like with like chopped off heads and stuff, and you get swearing. To me, what like goes above PG-13 is when you start to get like excessive violence, like like visually very grotesque violence, or you start getting nudity.
Of your data, which is like more lore to the game and battle banner options.
Exactly.
We'll go into later in the multiplayer segment.
Exactly, yeah, and like even here in French Canadian culture, nudity is much more accepted, if you will.
Kind of give you a sneak peek of all.
I'm like, I wouldn't say we're as far as like the Europeans are, but we're like somewhere in between.
We'll be right back.
Like English Canada is much more close to the vision of the US about nudity on TV and in current stuff, while Quebec is much more closer to the European vision on it. Yeah, exactly. Montreal is known for having like the most vivid like sex industry. Hey, there he's speaking French. Oh, it's because they're showing the different languages. I'm like, why is Star Fox speaking French? Exactly. Every society is going to have like its things, and it's actually pretty crazy when you think about it.
Of the game.
That
Rob, take it away.
Well, to me, if I'm thinking just objectively, I find it's pretty insane that you can see some guy getting shot in the head, and that's perfectly fine. But if you see a pair of boobies, it's like, oh my God, what are you doing? Does that make any sense to you guys? Like, to me, if you're looking at like what could possibly influence a young person negatively, I personally don't believe of the negative influence of violent video games and movies towards kids. I'm just going to tell you right away, I don't believe in it. But I'm saying if you want to make the argument that this can influence your population, are you currently saying that showing a pair of boobies is worse than killing someone? Because that's pretty much the message you're saying. You're saying that acts of violence are more acceptable than seeing a pair of boobies. Does that like you understand where in my mind I'm like, either both things are bad, or it's really weird that you put one above the other on a pedestal. You understand? But I get. We have to not forget that, when you think about like founding fathers, societies and all that, it was a very Puritan society originally. So it's probably like a relic of the initial settlers of each civilization. And like in Quebec, where it's not seen as so bad because we were settled by the French, which are a very open culture to that kind of stuff. Yeah, I know. Ninja was banned. I don't think it is anymore, but it was banned for a while. I think nowadays it isn't anymore. But yeah, like that's why every game that had Ninja on the title isn't like every NES game that had Ninja on the title. Yeah, it's a Mutant Hero Turtles, and Ninja Gaiden was. I'm trying to remember, but it was something else. Like every NES title that had the word Ninja in it was different.
It's fun, even if you're not playing, it's just really fun to watch because it is so well made.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Anyway, it is what it is. Hey, are you guys following that freaking Lego saga? The mini bricks and fig saga for Lego? I've been watching so much of that content.
One of the challenges is to save
Like I'll be honest, I was obsessed with it for like a day or two. I'm still keeping up with it, but I'm less obsessed nowadays. That is insane, man. And it's insane that like it's insane that the company doesn't understand that whether there's a loophole or not that lets you keep the stuff, there is no person that would make a logical argument that it's theirs. Do you understand what I mean? Like, to me, the concept isn't even, is there a legal loophole that we can keep these games? It's that as a good faith business, you know the stuff isn't yours. So whether there's a loophole or not, especially that you operate in a...
So just like the R-Wing,
they're selling items that is a community... Hold on, I'm gonna mute the Star Fox thing a bit because like they're a little annoying. Like, to me, what's crazy about the minifig saga, the Lego bricks and minifig saga, is that number one, you're operating a business in a very tight-knit niche community. Okay? And number one, like if you were selling, I don't know, paper plates or straws or some kind of item that no one has any kind of communal attachment to, you could maybe get away with some shit like that if the story gets out. Because are you gonna make a stink about who you buy your paper plates from? Probably not. You understand what I mean? Because there's no communal attachment to that type of product. But like when you're buying something that when you buy Legos, I'm sorry, you want to feel good about buying the Legos you're buying. And no, I know the cops, it's insane. When you watch the body cam video, like I get that the officers are trying to keep the peace and they really think that they're wrong on the whole thing. I however get how they are trying to first establish who has validity there. But to me, what the insane part is when he checks that the legal case is a real legal case, they mute their body cams and then they just go arrest him. I was like, dude, do you know how crooked that looks? Like everything up until then could be construed as trying to keep the peace. Okay? And to like, you know, whatchamacallit, like, you know, get the situation's heat level down, where they're trying to serve the papers, they're trying to talk between the two people or whatnot, okay? Everything up until then could be construed in some fashion as that. But once they knew it was a legal court case, that he was really trying to serve papers, at that point, that's where it became absolutely insane. And I know there's other stuff, by the way, because I followed everything. I know they should have just served the papers. They should have just said, and secondly, if you think they're fake papers, okay, because look, let's back up a thing. Josh's argument when he's being tried to serve the papers that he says are fake is that he doesn't want to give them content out of it, right? But if the police officer is serving the papers without him being able to film it or get content from it, if you really think the papers are fake, just take the freaking papers because you think they're fake. and you're sure they're fake. You're arguing with the cop that they're fake, they're fake, they're fake. So just take the freaking papers, because he's not even getting content out of it. The officer's serving it to you without him being able to film it. And basically, you understand? Like, that's what's insane. So I'm like, if you really think they're fake, just take the freaking paper, or just give him the, like, whatever. Once you know they're valid, like, and secondly, once the officer knows they're valid, he should have gone straight back and be like, I'm sorry, dude, you're served. And the crazy part, remember when he says, hey, can I peek at them? And the officer's like, oh, you're putting me in a bind. What the fudge? Are you insane? Are you stupid? Like, and the worst is, like, by the way, the police often serve people in tense situations. You can actually call up normally your local police station or sheriff's office and be like, I need to serve court papers to a person. I'm worried about violence. And they can serve them for you. That's normally a service that they would normally offer, especially if you're within your own municipality. That's the part that's insane, is that normally, like, most sheriff's offices in the States, here it's like municipal police and RCMP and stuff, offer that service too, especially in tense situations where there is a risk of escalating violence. However, Ben, on the other hand, could have just sent the process server on her own and be like, serve him the papers. Like, but I know he said he would shoot her and stuff like that and blah, blah, blah. So whatever, like that's just insane, which is why the police should have served him anyway. But getting back to the initial issue, because we got off on like just the police stuff. Yeah, I know. I heard that too, Champ. But like, and I know it's not okay. I just didn't look into that one enough. I sort of saw a quick one video and one opinion of it, and I didn't look into it enough to discuss that one. But yeah, sorry, I wanted to talk about the bricks and minifig stuff because, like, as you guys know, I'm a big Lego collector. Like, I would have to turn my camera and I don't want to, but like, you guys know I've built like, oh, well, I have the Bowser behind me. I have like the big Lego Bowser, like right there. Like, and I don't have only Lego, like Nintendo Legos. I have like a lot of Legos. And like, I was like, what the fudge, man? But my principle that I was saying is that, like, whether you think there's a legal loophole to keep the items or not, when you're dealing with a niche community like that, your most important commodity is trust and like goodwill. Like, when you're selling to a niche community like GameStop, like EB Games, like whatever, what is going to make the difference where a person will keep coming back to your store is trust and goodwill, where sometimes you'll even pay more expensive just to be like, I got it at Bricks and Minifigs because I'm supporting them because they're a community-driven business. You know what I mean? They only do Legos. I'm a Lego collector. I want to do that. Which is why it's actually insane that you would try to use a loophole like that to screw over a member of that very tight-knit community. Well, I'm saying tight-knit, but you understand what I mean? Like a community that because it is legit. Like, there is no person, like, forget about legal loopholes. Forget about legal loopholes. You just hear what happened, that you're not like, how come the business didn't give him back the Legos that weren't theirs? Like, if you're consigning something at a store and the owners change over, like, no one should be worried that their stuff is going to be kept by the new owners. That shouldn't even be a risk or concern that should cross your mind. I can understand that the new owners would say, like, we don't do consignments. Here's your stuff back, which would be completely valid to me. Like, if you're like, oh, we don't want to do consignments, it's too messy, so here's your stuff back. Great. That is where it should have ended. I know. Hey, look, it's insane what they did, and now it's insane that they're still trying to sue Ben, especially with the press release that says, "Hey, we found out that this is true, and now we want to settle with you, but we're going to screw over the guy that allowed us to find out that this was true." Because if Ben doesn't get mixed in, this thing never gets resolved. Like, and you would think that they would want to keep a minimum of goodwill from it, but all they're proving is that they want to get back at the one person that was doing the right thing. I know he's in an insane amount of legal trouble. Like I said, I followed the whole story. Did you see his video today that he can't release part 3 because he's no longer allowed to talk about the case? He released a video I would say like 30 minutes before the direct went up, and he's saying like he can't even say the name of the company anymore. He basically because he got served finally with the papers for the lawsuit. So he can't release part 3. But, like, honestly, at this point, I know it sucks because there's a lot of franchisees that have nothing to do with the bad actors in this particular event. Because, you know, like, I understand these are franchises. These are I know these are franchises, so like you have some probably really good people in here, but the problem is the corporate company are douches too in this, or acting like douches. Let's just say, you know, these are all allegations. If the allegations are true, they seem to be acting like douches. Like, I know it sucks, but like if that's the case, that corporate business does not deserve to continue on. Like, you know what I mean? I really hope like the franchisees could go like independent or whatnot, or reform under a new corporate structure. You know, like basically reform under a new corporate leadership and structure. Well, I think if they don't, like, to be honest, and even their statement, like, I don't know who drafted their statement legally, because they drafted their statement in a way to make sure that they could still sue Ben. You understand? Because they basically, by blaming the previous owner and not the current franchise owners, they're not admitting that the current franchise owners stole the Legos, allegedly. I'm going to just be a little bit careful with myself. I don't think they would come after a random who doesn't really do that content, but who cares? Like, and the problem is that if you say someone stole something, it's defamation if they didn't really steal something. So because he said that the new owners stole it, and that the statement they put out says that the previous owner was the only one that had wrongdoing, that's why they can still sue him. Because had they said that, oh, the current owners also had converted their products, because when you're talking about civil lawsuits, it's not theft, it's conversion. But like, you wouldn't be able to sue someone if you said that conversion was theft, just because in a lot of people in common language, it's synonymous. It's synonymous with each other, but that's the so they put out the statement specifically to make sure that they could still sue him, because they're not saying that it's the new franchise owners that did it, but the previous ones. And basically Ben is being sued for the allegations he made against the 2 new owners, which from everything I saw are the most probable bad actors in this, or most responsible for the bad acting, if we'll put it that way. Because maybe the other owner had some kind of degree of responsibility in this too. Like, maybe she didn't do everything right, but basically they were the ones that should have fixed this. I think that the statement they made, they could have maybe saved a little bit of goodwill if they would have came out with just a very clear statement saying, we fucked up. rather than trying to blame the previous owners. You know what I mean? Like, trying to still find excuses and blames at this step is completely useless. What the statement should have been is, we were unaware of the amount of evidence about the situation. Now that it has come to light, we recognize that there were missteps at every step of the process. We are going to make the owners whole. Although we do not agree with the way that the story came to light, we do nonetheless agree that the facts came to light because of this, and we will be dropping lawsuits against any parties who haven't committed specific acts of violence or acts. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the statement written here, but you understand, like, basically, it's okay to say you don't like what he did, but to just say, like, look, we admit that in the end, he was probably sort of right. I live in Quebec, like near Montreal. Quebec, Canada, near Montreal. But yeah, that's it. So, anyway, that is my take on like, quickly, because if no one knows what this is about, check online. You'll see millions of videos explaining it to you. It is pretty insane. A store basically kept an inventory that is between probably $100,000 and $200,000 worth of Legos through what they were calling a legal loophole, because they took over a franchise that had a consignment deal with the previous owner. Yeah, no, I know. And I'd really love to see if they have any video of him actually doing that. And you know what I actually think they're going to do, Neon Double Jump. I think they have videos of other people coming into stores and threatening them after they saw the videos, and they're going to pretend that these people are affiliated to Ben. That's what I'm scared. You know how there's been people going into random bricks and minifigs and doing stuff, and probably people have went into that specific one before they shut it down. I think they have video of unrelated people, but they're gonna try to make the argument that they were related to him. You understand? And a judge will be like, there's no difference between a random viewer that saw your video and comes in, and like, you're still responsible because you caused them to come into the store and dispute random acts of violence. Exactly. So that's where I think that's how they're going to say we're not lying. And they're going to say, how do we know who's part of Ben's friends and not? You understand? Once again, they're going to try to lose a legal loophole, which is why I'm saying, like, at this point, you guys should just shut up, because you're going to ruin any chance of people forgetting about this. Because, you know, like, the story could end like, we got the GoFundMe, he got the Legos back, we won, and everything is good, and I can go back to making videos, and you know what I mean? I learned important lessons from this, and people would be left with a minimum feeling of, we won, and Bricks and Minifigs really did realize that what they did was wrong. But by continuing to sue Ben, it shows you that they don't recognize that what they did is wrong. It makes it feel like what they did is right. What they allegedly did. Thanks, Rick. You're looking to move next to you or Justin Wong. You're gonna move here because I'm in Montreal. That's crazy, man. Like, it's crazy flattering, but that's funny. Justin Wong is in Canada too. I didn't know Justin Wong lived in Canada. But yeah. Oh, that was the Bricks and Minifix saga, man. I'm like keeping up to date with it, and I really hope it ends well for Ben. Yeah, I know they've paid for the Legos with the GoFundMe, but you understand they could have like they could have been like the money's going to him and he's getting his Legos back for all the mental hardship and pain that they went through. Do you understand what I mean? And obviously the point wasn't to enrich themselves, but after everything they put them to, I think people would not complain that he got the money and the Legos back. If that makes any sense. Like, personally, if I gave money to that GoFundMe, I would not be angry if they gave the money to the Mansell family, and on top of it, he got the Legos back that were left. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be angry. I'd be like, you know what? For everything they went through and all the trouble, I'll accrue that to interest. Like, I'll count that as interest. Exactly. The statement makes it feel like there's no accountability. That's what, and they're still blaming the one person that brought enough attention to this to get it resolved. And that's what's insane. And I'm like, if I need to sell Legos or if I need to do that, why the hell would I go to the one place that I trust zero? That I zero trust? Like, why would I go to the one place that I trust that I don't trust at all? And that's what they're doing by continuing the lawsuit. Because I'm going to be like, what if I'm the next Mansell family? Or, you know what I mean? And I saw other videos, well, it was less damning, but where they were screwing people on the value of minifigs. But anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, yeah. Crazy, man. But it's been keeping me it's been keeping me occupied. He's in Vancouver. Would make sense. Vancouver, like the big cities in Canada where you'll see that like 80% of the people is around Toronto, around Vancouver, around Montreal, around Calgary, or around like Edmonton. And maybe in New Brunswick you have people around from Moncton. And I'm not saying there aren't people elsewhere. It's just that like Canada's population are very densely concentrated in urban areas around the big cities. Like, I don't actually live in Montreal. I live near Montreal, but it's like everything is densely concentrated within like 50 to 100 kilometers of Montreal. Your reporters are Hage for Larkin? Not too sure, man. Give me a sec. Like, but do we want Larkin? Because if he doesn't want to be here, because we weren't on the list, right? That you gave earlier. I read the list quick and I saw like Vegas. Like, he seemed to want like southern parts of the US. How old is Larkin? And would he really play second fiddle to like Nick Suzuki? Because I'm trying to just feel. I'm just trying to feel out his vibe. Like, I don't know that. I don't know the. I know the player. I don't know the guy. $29, 30 goal scorers, 5 left at 8.7 a year. Well, he has a decent salary for a 30 goal scorer. The thing is, does he want to come here? Like, I don't want a player that doesn't want to play here. Do you understand what I mean? To me, that's more important than the quality of the player, because Montreal has had so many players that don't want to play here that had great production elsewhere and zero production here. Like, and I think that that's what's great with our current vibe. You like the deal, okay? We're just talking about the deal. I think I like the deal as well, because I think we need. I know it's stupid, but we need a little bit more experience. And at 29, he's an experienced NHLer, and because we have the youth, we have that part of the team. We are missing a little bit on the experience side, and a couple of guys that can be like that basically are ready for the playoff games. Yeah, his other teams, exactly. Like, who would you trade him for on Vegas? Like, the teams he wants, I can't think of anyone. He would play with Demidov? I know, man. I know, Boston Bugsy. Sorry, we're talking about hockey and other stuff because, to be honest, like, I find that the Treehouse is, like, it's okay. I let you guys watch it if you want to, but I found the announcers annoying. Like, personally, I found the announcers annoying.
Our last big treasure. Yeah, big man's gonna drill that for us. Material.
And no, like, I'm not trying to diss them or anything. It's just like, these games I'd rather just play for myself when they come out. Yeah, it's like Vegas. Why would they trade? Like, I'm not gonna be mean, but their team right now is firing on all cylinders. They have no reason to trade anyone. Like, he just doesn't fit. Florida has the 9th pick. Yeah, you're not going to trade a guy like that for a random, like, first round 9th pick. Like, it's just not going to happen. And does Florida even want to trade a first pick for... Well, maybe, but does that fix Florida's problems? Does he really fix Florida's problems? Give you Eichel? Never, bro. Like, they will. Like, yeah, I understand you're saying it as a joke because, like, you know they won't. But yeah. Well, it just sounds like, you know, these people are here to hype the games as much as possible and the amiibos and stuff like that. So it is what it is, man. Like, can't blame them, man. They're probably getting paid for that. Anyway, guys, just to let you know, we have about 3 minutes left. I'm gonna have to get going because I am working in like at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm working in 10 minutes, my 9 to 5. But I had a ton of fun with you guys. I'm glad we're back. This week, we should be getting a regular stream. I don't know if it's going to be Thursday or Friday, but I am going to try to start announcing them way more ahead of time. Like I did for today's stream, I'm going to try to put the stream up like hours before I go live, so that for you guys, it's a lot easier if you want to make it out to the stream to get your stuff ready once I mentally know when it'll be. The only thing I want to say for any regular viewers is if the time is off a bit, what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to put the time a little bit later and I might be there earlier. You understand? Like, I might put like 7:45 and then show up at 7:20 or something like that. So if you guys want to not miss anything and you see the stream at 7:45, if you're at home, you can always open it up in the background like 10-15 minutes ahead of time in case I get there early and you don't want to miss the beginning. It's sort of I'm throwing it out there for the regular viewers so you guys know. I'm going to start announcing them like a decent while ahead. Okay? But hey, thank you guys so much for showing up to today's stream. We have a shit ton of great games coming to us. Yes, some of them are games that are already out in other systems, but we're finally going to be able to play them on a Nintendo platform. I'm super hyped about it. I'm going to be trying to put out more regular content. I'm also going to be trying to put out more opinion videos, okay? So, like, you know, I don't know if I'm going to do it for this direct because so many people are already going to do it today. I'm only going to have time tomorrow because I'm finishing work at 8 tonight. So I think I'm going to skip this one But in the future, I'm going to try to make sure that I have opinion videos ready for all major events, Nintendo related, and on top of the deal videos. Because I do want to try to get the channel away from just deals and have a little bit more interaction with everyone and get some fun content going that isn't just always like, hey, these 10 games are on sale. Not that I don't love it. It's just that I want to talk about this Nintendo stuff more than just in streams. So, hey, have a great day, guys. Love y'all. Thank you so much for showing up. And as usual, I'll see you in my next video. Have a great one, guys.